Hello my esteemed viewers, this is BVI Channel 1 on Matters Horizon. Today I'll be talking about something so many people might have not deemed it important in our day-to-day life. Talking about statistics. How statistics play an important role in our daily life. Many of us come across statistics as a subject in school, but actually in real life, how do statistics or statistical data affect your life? And that is what I'll be discussing with Mr. Ray Mwokike. He is here with me, and we'll be talking about it in just few minutes. And I want you to give me your ears, because what you're going to hear from this place will amaze you. Hello, Mr. Ray. It's a pleasure having you on Matters Horizon.
Thank you very much.
All right. As a way of introduction, proper introduction, we want to know who this man Ray is and your connection with your association, Nigerian Statistical Association of Nigeria, NSA.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm just any other Nigerian, but I had an early romance with statistics and mathematics. I left the university 34 years ago, and I've been dealing with figures all through till this age. And as a teacher, as a lecturer, as a public person, I've been gathering data, I've been teaching the gathering of data, analysis of data, storage of data, with a view to making very important decisions. Recently, I retired from active service as a chief lecturer in statistics and a former head of Department of Statistics in Federal Polytechnic, Oko. And I've been with the Nigerian Statistical Association, and I am a key member of the association. And we've just held a national conference, in fact the 42nd annual conference, which held in Oka between the 3rd and the 5th of September 2018. And by virtue of, providence, I am the chairman, media and publicity of that conference.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what's the conference all about? Let's start from there.
Okay. The conference is a meeting point, a galaxy of professionals in statistics, both in the academia, in government, in industry, and anywhere that you use data for planning. And once in a while, in fact every year, we gather together to simulate, rub minds, and see how the contribution of the use and application of statistics has helped in the growth and development of this country. As a matter of fact, the theme for this conference is statistics for economic recovery, growth and sustainability, because the country has been in a doldrum in terms of our economy. And so we want to see what role we can play to resuscitate the growth and development of this country.
Okay, talking about Nigeria as a country, the budgeting and all that, do they consider statistical data before they go into budgeting and implementation of some projects in Nigeria?
Ideally, in theory, I would say they do. But in real practice, I doubt the efficacy of the process. Because oftentimes, how do you collect your data? There are about 36 Statistics Bureau offices in each state of the Federation. There's the National Bureau of Statistics in Abuja. And our responsibility as, an organ, an agency responsible for collection of data, storage, analysis, is to be able to collect authentic, that's the word, authentic data, which we will store, analyze, and then make them available for planners in government, in industry, in business, etc. But how authentic are these data? There are handicaps that makes it difficult to collect this authentic data. One of the handicaps is that, the medium of collection is poor.
Okay.
Okay? The facilities for collection and storage of the data is neither here nor there. Okay? Most countries in the world are now, using the new technology, but here we still rely on going to the field, collecting data, storing them in paperwork, and then oftentimes you get them abused. People go tell lies. So if you are capturing data now on socio-economic plan and you want to interview people, what is your income per year? You can be sure that most of the thing you are collecting is false. If you're collecting data on age, for planning, for fertility, for birth and what have you, you collect wrong data.
So you're saying that collecting data in Nigeria is very difficult, extremely difficult?
Yes. First and foremost, because the orientation of the people has to be worked upon to be sure that the data you collect is authentic. It's only when you collect authentic data, you analyze it and use it for planning that you get good results. Otherwise, it will be garbage in, garbage out.
Okay, now what did your conference, your 42nd annual conference, come up with?
Okay, at the end of this conference, it was a, like I said, it was a rubbing of minds of these challenges, how to combat these challenges. And we talked extensively, but the problem of Nigeria is not talking.
Yeah.
The problem of Nigeria is putting into action what has been said. At the end of the day, a communique was released. And some of the highlights of the communique is one, the strengthening of the state bureaus of statistics. That make sure the facilities are there, the relevant manpower, the statisticians themselves, not fake people who claim to be statisticians or data collectors and analyzers. It makes sure that you have scheme to encourage young statisticians that are in school to participate in the conference and be engaged in the data collection. Okay, that is one. Two, apart from fortifying the state bureaus of statistics, that the government should make sure that they recognize the Season Bill. The Season Bill is Chartered Institute of Statistical Association of Nigeria. And this bill has gone through the House, the National Assembly. For the past 4 years, it has been approved and sent to the government, the president, for assent. And it has been lying fallow there over the years. And unless this bill is approved, it will not be a chartered organization with all the rights and privileges.
Okay.
So if it is chartered, we now know that by law, we have the backing to be able to question data that is not properly collected in this country. I give you an example.
Okay.
Most times the donor agencies and some of these bodies that are coming from outside, you may be surprised that they start working with the data that we don't know about. And they tell you this is data collected from third world countries, and they superimpose it on the Nigerian situation and plan with it. And oftentimes the plan collapses because every country is unique. And so for you to do some planning, you must collect data from that unique environment and then be able to tinker it, analyze it, to be able to use it for effective planning.
So what effect are these wrong and inappropriate, or I would say insufficient statistical data, what effect has it had on the Nigerian government and the Nigerian people?
You can see almost every facility that is provided is in short supply. The vehicles are in short supply, the roads are in short supply, the schools are in short supply, the food item is short, electricity in short supply, water supply is short, because the relevant data has not been used for planning. You don't just start getting this
or they just do random sampling or what they thought of their head, and then
yes, you just start planning. You just say, okay, give these people water. You don't know the number of people living in that environment. You don't know the consumption of individual persons per head, so that you'll be able to do some mathematics to find out exactly the capacity of the water they will need to consume in any given day. You just start building a water reservoir without this basic data being sought for. And even because of the orientation of our people, if you make effort to go and ask the consumers what quantity do they drink, they tell you lies. Because Nigerians, they by way of apportioning blame to all of us, including the government, everybody is faking.
Could it be that people have lost confidence in the government? That's why they are hoarding some information for them.
First of all, people are suspicious. Secondly, people are not properly educated. Most of Nigerians who have certificates cannot reason. And so every slightest thing they become suspicious. In fact, when I tell you an experience. During the flood of 2012,
okay,
I asked my students to go to the field in Atani and survey all the samples, some of the places that were overtaken by flood. Get me data on the quantity of items that were lost, property that were lost, so that we can draw an estimate and know that if we are going to rehabilitate these people, this is the amount of money we we'll give them to be able to cushion their effects. By and large, most of the data they brought back to the classroom were fictitious. And so we could not complete that assignment. So there is suspicion, there is inconsistency, there is all sorts of things.
This example you just made, pointed out, is a very, very important way statistics affect the people.
Yeah.
Now, currently there is this flooding, over flooding in some areas currently in Anambra State and some other riverine areas in Nigeria. And the statistic of those areas, if it is not well articulated or well collected, then the people in those areas will be denied of basic assistance
from the government.
Okay.
Yeah. Even if you go to the fields now, the camps where some, because a lot have decided not to come out. So again, that is a problem.
So what's the government doing to make sure that they encourage the association like this, or even the Bureau, the National Bureau of Statistics?
Yes.
What are they doing to make sure those things are up and running?
Yes, I am sure the president of the Nigerian Statistical Association, Professor Sidney Onyago, who is also a lecturer in the Nnamdi Azikiwe University, he has harped severally on what the government can do. But my own personal advice is that we need to build in statistics as a course of study in the secondary school, so that people begin early, after leaving the primary stage of education, to appreciate the value and the importance of statistics.
Okay. I'm not seeing it as just one of those subjects.
You do at the tertiary
Honestly
level.
speaking, I see it as just one of those mathematical or calculating subjects while in school.
Statistics is basic to life, fundamental in life. In fact, I have, apart from using it to earn my income, statistics is what has kept me going. Because everything I do, I use statistical knowledge to be able to achieve results. Okay. So it is recommended for everybody, and for people to know the importance. It has to be introduced as a subject in the secondary school.
Oh, do you, like, you have micro and macro economics? How do statistics affect an individual, that woman selling fish in the market? How can she apply normal statistics to help her life? Not too much dependent on government and all that. The government should be doing their own. In what way can an individual looking at this video or watching this video from anywhere apply the statistics to help himself in his daily life?
I want to give you a simple example
of
how statistics can help an individual to live a successful life. The issue of time management is all about statistics. From the time you wake up in the morning, you should have tasks, the list of tasks you want to achieve in the day, and allocate time to them. And then you track your responses to this allocation to see how far you've implemented them. They say time is money. And unless you can reasonably allocate your time to the activities you have in the day, at the end of the day, you are going to be a failure for that particular day. And so you can project it for the month, for the week, for the year, and for the 58 years that we have remained as an independent nation. Okay, so that is a typical example. Every other thing you do in your house, in government, in society, in the church, in the market, is statistics. The market woman needs to have, a list, of items he wants, in fact, a record. There's nothing bad in trying so many trades. If you try one and you have your record, try another and you have your record, at the end of the day, you'll be able to make results for yourself and find out which trade is giving you better income. Okay? The same thing if you're an entrepreneur, you establish an industry, without records, you'll not be able to know when you are broken even.
It's very, very, as you're saying this thing, something keeps striking on my mind, saying that this kind of communities that we are living in, most of the time we don't even know how many we are. We are depending on government to come and tell us how many, or come and count us to tell us how many we are and all that. And when some emergency comes up, we don't really have an available data to say these are the number of people here and these are the number of people that probably could be lost in this kind of emergency, and how could like flood and all that. So I think it's something that every society should independently start working on, collection of their data within their small scales, community, their street, their yard, or wherever they find themselves. I think that is very important. As a professional, what advice will you give to both the people and the government as we wrap it up?
There's what you call vital statistics. Vital means important. These statistics, first of all, starts with the self. The statistics about yourself. Your date of birth, your age, your marital status, your genotype, your blood group, your height, your weight, the amount of water you consume in a day, the quantity of food you take in a day, the number of hours you sleep. These are all vital statistics that an individual is supposed to have about himself to enable him live a useful life. And so when it goes with the individual, it can be projected to the society. The government should be able to track the budget implementation over the years to see how functional it is. And that's the reason why this 42nd conference harped seriously on the provision of a data bank for Nigeria.
Okay.
So we need a data bank where you can store these records and people can access them so that you can engender good planning and sustenance.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Ray. It's a pleasure having you on Matters Horizon. People out there, this is just another classroom. You have just had a free education, and you're thanking for that. I will bring you more of this exciting and more eye-opening programs on Matters Arising. You trust BVI on that? We bring you program that will add value to your life. Thank you for watching this far. This is still BVI Channel 1. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the button, the bell, so that you'll be getting notification whenever we are up and running. I will advise you also to visit our website www.bvichannel1.com for news update. From the description below, you will see app links. Please endeavor to get them, and you have all the information on the go. I thank you for watching this far. I will always stay blessed, and above all, stay safe. Still remain out switching to the Peter saying goodbye.